Alright, hi there. This is Steven with Karma Astrology. I'm coming to you live from Santa Fe, New Mexico. Today is Thursday, May 20th, 2021. It's 9:30 a.m. here in Santa Fe, Denver time zone. You can transpose that to wherever you are in the world, and you can see over here that the moon today is in Leo, that box over there, Leo, and you can see the three letters after the degrees of the moon, 16 degrees and 11 minutes, is PPH, which stands for Purva Phalguni. Now, Purva Phalguni, Purva means the earlier, Phal means fruit, and Guni means, or Gunin means qualities. So it's kind of the blessed qualities, the earlier of the blessed qualities, or the lucky fruit, or the kind of meritorious actions that we take, that we're receiving the benefits of on a day like today. And so the moon in Leo, this is the middle section of Leo. Leo is basically the sign of the sun. It is this big, large, beautiful, lion-looking sign in the sky. You can see it, it's a big trapezoid up there, and I'll show you in a bit what it looks like. But the moon is smack dab in the middle of it in this section, so we're really kind of feeling the whole Leo energy, since the moon shows what we feel, our psychological state of mind, kind of what we're sensitive to and what we're willing to or desiring to connect with. And so Leo is this big sign that shows kind of our larger than life life force that allows us to feel confident and strong, and these other kind of sun-like qualities like bright and luminous. So we're kind of more attracted to the figures in our lives that are leaders, more attracted to people that are confident in themselves, that are kind of just people that we admire, people that we look up to. And that might be ourselves. We might be feeling like a leader more on a day like today, or connected with our own inner leader, wherever that is, that we experience that in our lives, because we're all going to experience that in a different way. So the moon in Leo is a really nice and kind of pleasant place for the moon to be in. Our psyche, our psychological nature, the moon really enjoys this kind of expansive, kind of righteous attitude, and which really just shows that when we're feeling confident, when we're feeling strong and in control, then we actually feel grounded and peaceful and kind of centered in our mind, and our emotions kind of stabilize more, and we can get closer and deeper into our senses and our feelings of everything. And that's what we're kind of working with today. I just noticed that this text is a little off the screen, so I'm going to move it over, and hopefully that works a little bit better. There we go. That's pretty nice. So, that being said, I'll just get into Purva Phalguni now. Like I said, it means the earlier of the blessed fruit, and it is associated with a deity called Bhaga. Now, Bhaga is this deity of kind of delight and pleasure and enjoyment, and it really shows that today is a day that we can kind of just enjoy all the things that we've created and worked for in our lives. Bhaga shows us how to have fun, how to relax, how to not take life too seriously, and so today's a really good day to do those things. There's it's called the fruits of your good deeds, because this is the day that our karma, our good karma, tends to come back to us. And so it's really nice if you've done nice things for others and for yourself and for the world around you, then you should be feeling extra good on a day like today. You should be feeling like things are working out for you, or that you're getting a little bit of luck and grace and kind of a sense of harmony and peace in your life, and recognition from others as for all the things that you've done, your meritorious deeds on a day like today. So that's kind of a nice aspect to it. It is definitely about kind of resting and relaxing and enjoying things, but it does give us kind of an active mentality and a lot of energy in a day like today when the moon's in this part of the sky. So you might be getting a good workout in the morning, doing something that strengthens you, that builds your confidence, that makes you feel, alive and invigorated and in control and powerful. And then maybe towards the later half of the day, you can really take advantage of all those things that you worked for and enjoy that kind of bliss that comes through the body after we've worked really hard. We kind of have those tingles, that numbingness, and the good feelings coming through us. And it's really a good time to just sit back, relax, and enjoy those. And all the things that we kind of were excited about in the beginning of the day and energized to do, we're kind of getting the benefits of our actions. And so that kind of brings me to the symbol of Purva Phalguni, which is the hammock. And so the hammock kind of shows that, once we get to our campsite, or once we get to our certain spot where we're looking to relax, we've done the work to get there, we can set up our camp and just take it easy and enjoy whatever's around us, enjoy, the fruits of our labors, the things, the effort that we did to get to that place, to get to that campsite. We might have had to hike in 5-10 miles or something like that to this beautiful place in nature, and then we get to just enjoy that and set up that hammock and relax in it and kind of just soak it in. There's a sense of rest and relaxation, that comes from this symbol of the hammock and that we can feel in this part of the sky. So we might be inclined to kind of rest on our laurels a little bit, which I wouldn't necessarily recommend. It's good to definitely uptake our victories and our wins and all the things that we've done, but not to get complacent and just kind of rest and do nothing. That's why I say kind of in the beginning of the day, it's nice to kind of just focus on making some sort of progress in your life that you can benefit from in the later half of the day. And that's kind of how the day works in general. We wake up, the sun's bright in the morning, we're energized, we can see everything around us. That sun-like energy, like Leo, is kind of beaming down on us and giving us a sense of energy and something to kind of work for, and all the expanded perspective that the sun kind of gives us, and confidence and this ability to work hard and to do things. That's the beginning of the day, and towards the middle of the day when the sun is right above us, we're really feeling like we're taking charge and we're doing our job, whatever that is. And then towards the end of the day, it's just the natural time to rest and relax and kind of come down and be more feminine and internal with our day. And so it's good to uptake things later in the day. And this is the perfect day for enjoying yourself, pouring yourself a drink, or, smoking a joint, or whatever you like to do to feel good, or just, take a bath. It doesn't have to be some sort of toxin, but the reason I say that is because or medicine, I should say, I guess, is that we tend to look for things to kind of enhance that enjoyment on a day like today and enhance that sense of relaxation, and oftentimes that can take the form of alcohol. Baga kind of relates, it's the same name and kind of relates to the Greek god of Bacchus, who was known for kind of getting drunk and enjoying all the sensory pleasures, and getting fanned by these big banana leaves and eating the grapes, that right off the vine, like you kind of see in that Greek artwork and everything and sculptures. So it's definitely a day that we can feel like, we just want to enjoy ourselves, have a glass of wine in the end of the day, or have a really nice peaceful meditation, or any sort of thing that you like to do to give yourself a sense of relaxation. And that also kind of takes me to this, the connection that we experience, with the moon. It's about connection. And so today's actually a great day to connect with, our community, with our friends, with people. Oh, I just am looking at the chat now. Hello, chat. Hey, Queen of Wands. Hey, Anshul. Hope you guys are doing well today, and just having a nice, relaxing Baga day. If you have any questions about the day and what I'm talking about, let me know. I'm happy to answer them. But yeah, so it definitely has that kind of rest and relaxation involved in today, and gives us that desire to just kind of take it easy. This is definitely a day where we can, all of that positive karma that we've built up, if we've been doing good things, if we've, we're going to experience that today. So we might be offered the chance to have fun, the chance to relax, and it's a great time to uptake that, to really, be grateful for all the things, all the hard work that you've done, and be grateful for how the universe kind of gifts you a day like today, in order to relax and enjoy yourself. It's definitely good to be conscientious in the ways that we kind of uptake the joy and the pleasure and all the good things that kind of come today. There's a sense of majestic pleasure because this is Leo, the sign of the queen or the king. So Queen of Wands, I'm sure you kind of get that a little bit. And then it gives us more we might be making more money on a day like today, if that's, kind of our job or whatever. We might be getting more recognition, and we might be recognizing others. It's a great day to kind of show others your support, or, where they're acting righteously, not necessarily to feed their ego, because we can really take that in on a day like today, but to feed their spirit and to let them know, that we think they're doing a good job. Whoever it is in our lives that we feel like is doing a good karma and creating nice things for people and the world, rather than things that are more selfish and egocentric. So there's also this kind of sexuality to today, because that kind of relates to the vibe of pleasure and enjoyment and everything. So it's actually an auspicious day to have sexual encounters. And that's part of kind of the social gatherings. Like it's great to go to a party, or to hang out with friends, or to organize some sort of get together and just have fun and relax with people. Everyone should be feeling extra good on a day like today. It can, give us a stronger, better mannerisms, and make us more polite on a day like today. We can talk with more, we can definitely have some harsh speech, because that kind of fiery Leo energy tends to bring out the clarity and the purity and our desire to be righteous and truthful and all that stuff. So if we just see that something or someone is not aligned with truth, we might be more willing to get into it a little bit. But in general, it's really about kind of this joy and this pleasure and enjoyment that we experience. So let me get into showing you where it is in the sky. Let's see, I'm going to change the window over here, show you the sky map, so we can get a good idea of where we're looking. And, if you tend to watch the moon and the planets as, the night goes on and the sun sets, you'll see the moon is pretty much just a little bit over a quarter moon now. And that... I guess it reverted just now, so let me go back. So you can see that the sun is this is pinned to the moon, but if we go over here, we can see the sun is in Taurus. That's that constellation right there with here's Taurus, there you go. And the sun is getting closer and closer to Aldebaran, which is the really bright orange star in Taurus. And then kind of as the sun sets, the moon's getting far enough away from the sun that we can't see it too well. But yeah, this midsection of Leo, you can see it really kind of aligns with Regulus is the beginning, but it's getting closer to this whole middle area of Leo. And so you'll be able to see that in the night sky. And then let me see if there's maybe some other constellation or planets that we're going to be able to see. Let's see here. It looks like there's Mars and Gemini over here. And sorry, this app is just a little weird when it comes to all this moving around and stuff. And then I'm going to move over here and kind of show you that we can see Mercury by sunset. There's Mercury right there. And I think Venus is actually a little closer to the sun, so it's right there, that morning star. And this is called the morning star because at this time of year in particular, with this point in Venus's cycle, Venus is rising before the sun. Let me make sure you can see that. Yeah, you can see that. So there's Mercury, here's Venus. You can see the orange line kind of is pretty much on the same location for all of these, because that shows, the line shows the plane in which all the planets orbit around the sun and moon. So you can kind of see as the sun sets, you'll be able to see Venus on the horizon just after sunset, and then Mercury as they're kind of in the end of Taurus, kind of aligning with Betelgeuse over here for Mercury, as I was talking about that the other day. And then Mars is going to be in Gemini. Mars is like, what's that orange star doing in between Castor and Pollux? Because these are really the easiest, some of the most visible stars in the sky, the stars of Gemini. And you'll see that bright orange Mars in there. And then you can see there's Cancer, which you probably won't be able to see anything in Cancer because these stars are so faint, it's very hard to see. And then Moon in Leo. So that's kind of where everything is. Now let me go back for a second. I'll continue on with the strengths and weaknesses of Purva Phalguni. You know what we're dealing with today. Alrighty. And so in terms of the strengths, it gives us a heightened sense of creativity, actually, and kind of dynamism. We can change and we're almost like more energized when the moon is in Leo in general. So we can be more intuitively creative, where our spirit is kind of speaking through us, and if we're quiet and internal enough, where we're lying in that hammock or relaxing, I definitely recommend relaxing and taking it easy at some point in the day, and just letting your kind of intuition take over and guide you maybe towards being creative and artistic, if you like to do that kind of stuff. It gives us this charismatic nature in our relationships with other people, and a sense of charm, and qualities like leadership, carefree attitude, open-mindedness. Gives us more sweet speech, and more of like a mystical orientation for what we're looking to do. It can help us be artistic, like I was saying, with the creativity and this kind of refined nature, this aspect of beauty that comes out in a day like today, with the moon in it's in Bhaga's Nakshatra, but that's Purva Phalguni. And then this energy kind of comes from a sense of youthfulness or childlikeness that's really nice to kind of just not put ourselves into the rigid boxes of being kind of, so hyper mature that we can't enjoy anything. And this is really about enjoyment and feeling that kind of carefree nature that childlikeness provides in our lives, or that kind of mentality of it. It helps us with a sense of being more sophisticated in general and loyal as well, and it's good in our relationships. Oh, here we go, my cat just joined me. He just jumped into my lap. And then in terms of the weaknesses or the shadow qualities, I'll let you say, see Billy, here Billy. The shadow qualities, it can make us a little too impulsive, a little too indulgent, of course, with all this kind of sensory orientation, especially with all these planets and what am I saying, Taurus as well. It can make us too selfish or reckless in our excessive sense of energy. It gives us this sense of vanity, perhaps, where we feel like we deserve to be treated like a king, or have other people kind of wave fan leaves on us. It can be addictive, the sense of power, or the quality of enjoyment. If we get too hedonistic with it, we can fall into addictive patterns and qualities. It can also make us more spiteful or vindictive if we are kind of jealous of other people's power and authority. There's this sense of battling egos if we're not careful on a day like today. And also it can make us more unmotivated if we really just kind of fall back into that relaxation and rest on our laurels. That's why I was saying it's not good to rest on your laurels, but it's good to uptake your wins and your victories and all the things that you've done in the past. So it's not quite this, it can lend itself more towards us getting bored or unmotivated, and we need to kind of catch ourselves if we fall into those patterns. And then there can be too much stimulation just in general. That kind of caters to those addictive qualities. And then in terms of favorable activities, it's good for romance and those kind of activities, sex, sensuality, anything that's nice for the senses, of course, in modesty. It's good for rest and relaxation, good for amusement and entertainment and being artistic, as I was referring to earlier. It's great for, any sort of singing or dancing, playfulness, that childlikeness, for using our charisma in our relationships to get closer with people and to kind of, for good reason, to kind of, make everyone's life a little better and treat them nicely. It's nice to be that person kind of waving the fan leaf on someone else to let them kind of experience that being the center of attention or being treated royally, and everyone can really feel good on a day like today. Good for giving and charitable activities. It is nice for resolving disputes because we have some more social tact and we want to feel joy. We want other people to feel joy and happy and respected. So it's actually pretty good for resolving disputes and confronting adversaries. Good for dealing with people in power as well, and treating them with respect and being treated, hopefully, with respect from them. And then in terms of unfavorable activities, it's not a great day to begin new things, to begin new projects. It's not a great day to focus on the need to be humble, even though we need to find that sense of humility and balance in our lives. It's not actually a good day for healing activities, believe it or not, or for any sort of recovery activities. Although of course, it's just here for one day, so it's just a temporary kind of energy, as opposed to all this energy that you see in Taurus up here. So the moon is just kind of traveling through Purva Phalguni for 24 hours. It's going to be out of there at 5:52 a.m., almost 6 a.m. on the East Coast of the U.S. And so in the meantime, we have all these planets: the Sun, the North Node of the Moon, Rahu, Venus, VE, and Mercury, ME, are all in Taurus. Now the Sun's in Kritika, as you can see, KRI. Rahu and Venus are in Rohini, and Mercury is in Mrigashira. So they're all in different nakshatras, but they're all in Taurus. So we definitely have that Taurian pleasure-seeking, desirous sign that really kind of brings us into the senses and feeling good and kind of obsessing maybe over beauty or pleasure. So with the moon in Purva Phalguni, we're kind of doubling down, at least today, on those pleasure-filled activities. And so that can kind of lead us to getting a little out of control and have this insatiable attitude, maybe an insatiable appetite, because all food and taste is one of our prime senses of feeling pleasure. Of course, all the sensory organs feel pleasure, but we definitely need to eat every day, and therefore we tend to overindulge on days like today. So it's good to have that kind of moderation with our eating. And that's pretty much gonna do it. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I hope you have a very joyful, pleasure-filled, relaxing day. Get something done towards the morning and the beginning of the day, so that in the end of the day you can really soak it up, feel all of the benefits of your hard work and your actions. That's what it's really all about. And so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, if you got something out of it, please give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you want to see these videos, because I like to do them on a pretty much daily basis. I've been a little having a little bit of a difficult time in the last week doing that, and I hope you are patient with me on that. But yes, you can see these every day if you subscribe, and you can kind of get a good idea of what's going on in the sky. And then if you have any questions, comments, concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments section below. And I do offer personalized Vedic astrology readings, so feel free to sign up for one of those on the homepage of my YouTube channel. And otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic day. Peace and love. Take care.